Sir, we have 9 attendees so far.
Yes, sir.
So any doubts in the last session?
No doubt, sir.
So all the participants are in. Shall we start?
Yes, sir, we can start.
So we have all deep learning models. So all different temperatures. So shall we continue in R, or should we go back to Excel and do some other problem? So we can do an assignment problem related one. We can try using Excel. So what do you say?
So we can use Excel.
Excel, okay. This data set, ball bearing, humidity, vibration. So one of the interesting things in operations research and operation analytics is the assignment problem. So how do we assign resources in such a way to minimize the total cost or maximize the total output allocation? So we will have different data available for in the matrix form of various resources and the cost involved for those resources, and we have to solve that problem to minimize the cost or maximize the profit. So one of the popular method is the Hungarian method, which is also used for solving the assignment problems, or you can solve it using your other methods like trial and error methods, and you can also use some Excel functions when you're dealing with this. So assignment problem or part of a transportation problem basically. So let us first discuss the transportation problem, and then we'll go into the details of the assignment problem. Okay. So did you guys by any chance study transportation problem earlier? Yes, guys. Can
Yes,
anybody?
They're in operation.
Okay. So what is the process we use in this transportation problem? Yeah. Just any basic idea?
So we had few methods. So one was northwest. Sir, I cannot recall actually.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. What else?
The one is the low cost, if I reading it out right. One is northwest method.
So we will take the north value and then we will use this as a what you call as a base to calculate, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's a linear programming type of problem where we can use the linear programming methodology to calculate the low cost method of transportation, or what we call sometimes mostly it is low cost, but sometimes you may also look at the maximization of profit also, right? Okay, so we will do a transportation problem and then we'll go into the what we call the assignment problem. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
So what is the basic object of a transportation problem?
So the demand should meet the supply.
Okay. Yes. What else?
To opt for the most optimum route.
To look for an optimized solution, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else? When I say optimization, what type of optimization are we looking at?
On the similar line with Gautam, to reduce the cost, sir. I mean, to find optimized solution.
So basically, we need to reduce the cost or minimize the cost and also meet the demand with the supply, right? So it is similar to what we have done earlier. A Tableau will be built, and then using the Tableau, we will solve the problem. So shall we solve the problem manually first and then go into the Excel, or shall we jump into Excel directly?
So we can do it in Excel. Manually, sir.
Manually once?
Yes, sir. Manually one would be great.
Yes, we can do the manual once. Okay. Okay. So transportation problem. So we need to have a tableau that contains the information. Like let us say we have destination. We have 4 destinations: D1, D2, D3, and D4. Okay, and we also have source. So source is your operational facility 01, O1, operations facility O2, and operations facility O3. And then we also have demand from different destinations. So 250 is the demand for D1, then 350 is the demand for D2, 400 is the demand for D3, 200 is the demand for D4, and we also have supply in different facilities. So facility O1 has a supply of 300 units, facility O2 has a supply 400, and facility 3 has 500. So if you do the total 600, and 1200. So basically, if demand meets supply, we call that as what problem? Demand is equal to supply. What is that problem? We call it as a balanced problem. Balanced problem where demand meets the supply, right? This is a balanced problem. Now we will use the most used method, which is the northwest corner method. We will use the northwest corner method for solving. And let us also have the costs involved in transferring from D1 to O1. So 3, 1, 7, 4. This would be 2, 6, 5, and 9, 8, 3, 3, and 2. 8, 3, 3, and 2. Okay.
Yes.
All of you have built the tableau?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Redo the tableau one more time. We have to build the tableau for one more time. D1, D2, D3, and D4 with supply. And we also have O1, O2, and O3. So D1, D2, D3 and D4, O1, O2, O3, and then we also have the demand at the end. This is the demand at the end. Okay. Now, what does northwest corner method tell us? What is the northwest corner here? The northwest corner.
O1, B1.
O1, B1 is the northwest corner. The left side topmost is your northwest corner. Now, this is the starting point of our table. The cost per transportation is considered from this table. Now, compare the demand for D1 and the supply for O1 and allocate the minimum of 2 to the cell D1, O1, B1. So, what is the minimum of supply and demand? What is the minimum of supply and demand? So let us put the cost also 3, 1, 7, 4, 2, 6, 5, 9, 8, 3, 3, 2. See, the lowest among supply and demand is 250, supply is 300, right? So this is lowest. So we will allocate 250 to the northmost corner cell, and that means we are meeting the complete demand of the cell. And if you reduce this, you still have 50 units, and the other cells remain the same, 400 and 500. This would be 350. This would be 350. This would be 400. This would be 200. Now, by allocating 250 units to this, whole column demand has been met. Now, the remaining table. In the remaining table, which is the northwest corner? Which is the northwest corner on the remaining table?
O1,
O1, B2.
Will be the northwest corner of the remaining table. And what is the lowest of demand and supply?
350.
Oh, no. 50, na? Supply is
Yes.
50 only. So
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is the lowest of demand and supply? Which is the lowest?
50.
50 is the lowest, yes. Which means O2, O3. So this is 50 is left out. We have slashed out 250 here. So this whole column is demand met. So let us say 3, 1, 7, 4, 2, 6, 5, 9, and this would be 8, 3, 3, 2, and 400, 500. This would be 350. This would be 400, and this would be 200. Okay. Now, then we have already allocated 250 units here, right? This is 250, and we have met the complete demand of this column. Right. Now, this would be your northwest cell. O1, D2 is your northwest cell, right? O1, D2 is northwest. Got it, all of you? Now, between demand and supply, which is the lowest? Supply 50 is the lowest. So we will allocate 50 to here, and we will strike off this column. Row. We will strike off this row, and if you take out 50 from here, 300 units are left out. 300 units are left out. Okay. Now, let us do the tableau again. Let us redo the tableau again. So, we have to redo the tableau. This is the trouble part in this whole calculation. Shall I do side by side tables? That will be easy for you.
Yes, sir.
So in this case, O1, D2 is your northwest. Okay. So let us do D1, D2, D3.
Sir, in this case, O2, D2 will be the northwest, no?
This is the cell, no? O1, D2. This cell is what? O1 and D2, no?
But sir, we scratch it, no?
Which one?
O1, D2.
Yeah, we have now classed it. Now we have to find the new one.
Okay, sir, got it.
But this, it is northwest.
Okay, sir.
We have to find for this new tableau what is the northwest. So let us look at our demand and supply tableau. So let us fill the numbers as it is: 3, 1, 7, 4, 2, 6, 5, 9, 8, 3, 3, 2, 250. This is now 300, 300. This is 400. This is 200. This 50 we will strike off. We have already strike off 50, right? So
Yes, sir.
we don't need the top cell, right? So we'll put it 50 and then 400, 500, right? So we have striked off this cell by assigning 250 here. We have assigned 50 and we strike off this cell. Now O2 D2 is northwest. O2 D2 is northwest, right? This is our northwest cell, right? 6th cell is our northwest. O2 D2 is our northwest. Now minimum of these two,
Sir, demand 300.
300. So we will give the 6th cell 300. We'll strike off this whole column from top, and 400 will become 100, and we got the value now. Okay, so we got 300 in the topmost cell, and we've done it. Now we have only 2 cells to work with, right? 2 cells to work with. If we take what is the northwest now? O2 D3, right? The O2 D3 is the northwest, right? In the second iteration, O2 D3 is the northwest, right? So this is our new northwest.
Yes, sir.
Minimum of this is how much? 100. So we will 100 assign 100 here, and we'll strike off this column 100. This will become 300. This will become 200. This will become 500. Right. So what we have done is we have done the what you call allocation of the cells, and in the last, what will happen? We have 3 to only left out, right? We have only 3 to left out. Now, in this 3 to left out, what is the lowest value?
2, sir.
No, northwest. This is your northwest. Not 3 is your northwest.
So in this, the demand is 300.
See, this is the lowest value, right? 300 and 500. 300 is the lowest, right? Between demand and supply. So we will allocate 300 here. We will have we will also allocate 300. We will make this 0. this 500 will become 200. Okay. So finally, we will allocate 200 to here, and then we'll strike off this with 200 and 200. Right? We allocate 200 here, and we'll deduct the 200 and 200. Now, what is the solution here? The solution is 250 into 3 plus 50 into 1 plus 300 into 6 plus 100 into 5 plus 300 into 3 plus 200 into 2. So this is 750 plus 50, 800, 800 plus 1800, 2600, 3100, 4000, 4400. So the cost is 4400. This is the northwest corner method.
Sir, could you please explain the last step, 250 into 3, once again?
Okay. You understood till 300 or no?
Yes, sir. Just last step, 250 into 3 plus
See
50.
how much we have missed out in the last iteration. See, this is 200 left out, this is 200 left out, right? We have 200 here and 200 here.
Yes, sir.
So this 200 we are allocating to cell 2, which is your single northmost corner. So you strike off this 200 and you strike off this 200, you will get 0. So ultimately you have met the demand and supply, right? In balanced problem, once you met the demand and supply, you'll get 0, right?
Yes, sir.
See, once we have done the assignment of 300, this side we have 200 and this side this cell has 200. We assign it to the remaining cell, which is 200, and we strike off both the things. So demand is 0, supply is also 0, and we have met the cost. 200 assigned to the cell 2. So if you multiply these values, you will get 4400. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
No, tell me it's clear or not. I'll do that tableau again.
No, sir, it's clear.
Yeah. Whatever is remaining, we assigned it to 2. That is the demand equal to supply, no? That is demand equals to supply. In the end. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So if the same process will be followed for least cost method also. The following process will be conducted for least cost method also, or least cost cell. I will show you the formulation of least cost cell. Okay. Let us take the same problem, D1, D2, D3 and D4, and then we have the supply. We have operations 1, operations 2 and operations 3, and then we have the demand. Okay, so 3, 1, 7, 4, supply is 300. This is 2, 6, 5, 9, supply is 400. 8, 3, 3, 2, supply is 500. Demand is 250, 350, 400 and 200. So it's a balanced problem, 1200, right? Now in least cost cell method, least cost cell method. Now what is the least cell here? What is the least cell? Least cost cell?
1.
1. So this is the least cost cell. So between supply and demand, which is lowest? Demand is 300. Supply is 300.
Supply with 300.
300. So we will allocate 300 to this, and then we will strike off the row. Right? So this will become 0. What is the balance left out here? We have 50 left out. We have the 50 left out here. Right? Now, what is the least cost cell in the second iteration?
2.
2.
We have the 2. Right? So now, if you take this 250 and 400. There are 2 2s. I am arbitrarily taking this 2. Okay, the first one. Now, this is our least cost cell. Supply is 400, demand is 250. Which is the least?
Demand 250.
Demand 250. So, we will assign it 250 here and we will strike off this column. So, this will be 0. This is how many here is left out? 150, right? You have left out with 150. Got it?
Yes,
now,
sir.
what is the next list? Obviously 2. Obviously
Sir?
2 is the, yes, please.
Sir, can you please repeat the last step?
See, last step, the next lowest value is 2. We have 2 2s here. I have chosen the left below the one which is 2, so that we can make this 0. Okay.
But sir, can we use D403?
Yeah, you can use that also. You can do that way also. Your choice.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So why I have chosen this thing, and the lowest of this is 250. So I have allocated 250 here and striked off the column. So balance 150 units is left out and this becomes 0. Now in all this cost, what is the lowest? 2. Right? 2 is the lowest. Now if you take this 2, which is the lowest demand and supply?
Demand 200.
200 is the lowest, right? This is 200. So I will allocate 200 here. I'll make 0. What will I do? I'll strike off the row. And how much is left out here?
300.
This is left out here. Now we have 2 3s as lower, right? We have 2 3s as lower. Okay. So we can choose any one of them. Let us choose the smallest value one. This 3 is the lowest. So it has 50 and demand is 300. So what we will do? We will allocate 50 here and we will strike off this column. This will become 0. This 300 will become 250. Got it? Now we will go to the next. This 3 is the next one. 3, 400 and 250. Which is the lowest here?
250, sir.
250. So we will allocate 250 here and we will strike off this row. This will become 0. This 400 will become 150. Now what is left out?
5.
Sir, only one value, 5.
Which will allocate 150. That means this will be gone, 0, 0. Got it? Now we will do the multiplication. What is the multiplication? 300 into 1 plus 250 into 2 plus 50 into 3 plus 150 into 5 plus 250 into 3 plus 200 into 2. Right? This is what we have assigned. Okay, we have assigned this only. So, if you look at this method, 300 plus 750, 1050 plus 50, 1200, 1200 plus 750, 1950, 1950 plus 750 will be 2700, sorry, 300 plus, this is 25 or 250? 250 into 2, right? Yes, guys, you know, do the calculation.
3100.
3100. Right? So this is 300, this is 750, this is 150, this is 750, this
Sir,
is
let me check.
also 750, this is also 400. 300 plus 1500, 1800, 1950, 1950, 2350, 750. Yeah, 3100.
28.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Pardon, please.
Sir, I'm getting 2850 now.
So same, I'm also getting 2850.
So
No,
the
no.
second one will be 500. 250 into 2 is 500. Second calculation.
Right?
But actually, I think you have taken 250 into 3 in the second case.
There's
So it will be 250 into 2, 500.
Into that is going to be 500.
this is
So
500.
it's like
Okay, 500. Okay, got it. So what is the value?
2850.
2850.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, for both the questions, we are getting the different value. So how can we, choose which method to go with?
See, this is the textbook thing, so we are not saying the most used method is northwest corner method. So if you say in this case, you will go with least cost cell method because that is the lowest, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is textbook solution, so you will go with least cost cell method.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So understood the context of transportation problem, how we assign?
Yes, sir.
Sir, could you please repeat once more?
See, the assignment is based on the minimum demand and supply of the two columns. First, you have to find the least cost cell and then allocate the minimum of the demand and supply into that cell.
Yes, sir.
So that is what happens every iteration. Every iteration, you find the minimum cost in the tableau and also find the lowest of demand and supply. If the whatever is lowest of that will be allocated to the least cost cell, and the difference is kept out. If the difference is not there, you will make it to 0.
All right, sir. Sir, one more question is how to understand in which question we'll use this northwest method and which question we'll use, let's say, least cost method or Vogel's approach.
In the exam only, which method to be used?
That will be mentioned, sir.
Yeah, that will be mentioned.
Okay, sir.
See, what happens here is whether it is northwest method or what you call least cost cell method, or there is one more method called Vogel method. It is even more calculation intensive, where you have to find the row differences and column differences and do it. If you look at all these three methods, I think Vogel method will give you the lowest. Generally, either Vogel will be the lowest or northwestern will be lowest. In this case, if you do Vogel method on this data, Vogel and the least cost cell are same. Vogel method is approximation method. The Vogel and least cost cell will get same 2850. So the minimization is whichever is the minimized method, we will use that one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you will see northwest method is the lowest method. Then we will use the northwest lowest method.
So, sir, there's no particular way to identify in which question we'll use which method.
We generally run all three methods and find the lowest one.
Okay, sir.
So in software, you can check with ECB with an ease which method is the lowest minimization problem. Accordingly, we will be choosing the best or the minimized method. Not that every time you will get the least cost. Not that every time you will get Vogel as the lowest. It depends on the data.
Right, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we have done till now balanced methods. So again, there is something called unbalanced model. So we have here demand was equal to supply. Demand is equal to supply. So we have a balanced problem. Sometimes you have an unbalanced problem. Take for example, unbalanced problem. Unbalanced problem is demand and supply are not equal. Either demand will be high or supply will be high. So D1, D2, D3, D4 and D5. We have 5 destinations to be met. And then O1, O2, O3, and O4. Okay. And this 5, and then you have your supply. This is your supply. This is your demand. Okay. So let us fill up the cost. 5, 1, 8, 7, 5, 3, 9, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 7, 6, 5, 7, 11, 10, 4, 9. Supply is 15, 25, 42, 35. Supply is 117. Demand 30, 20, 15, 10 and 20. Demand is 95. So demand not equal to supply. So this is an unbalanced problem. This is an unbalanced problem. So unbalanced problem must be converted into a balanced problem, and then we use the same methodology what we have used previously. Okay, so let us convert this problem into a balanced problem by adding what is the difference between demand and supply, 22 units, right? So we have to make demand equal to supply. So I will draw a new tableau. All of you have done this tableau?
So 1 minute. Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
to make this as a balanced problem, we have to redo the tableau. D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, and one empty column, and then you have the supply. Then we have O1, O2, O3, O4, and the demand D1, D2, D3, D4, D5. Okay. Now we will go with the actual data, which is 518, 750. Supply is 15. 396780 25 427 650 42, then 7 11 10 4 9 0 35. So 30 20 15 10 20. So the difference units we will add it here, then both will become 117. Now your demand is equal to supply. Now once you have equated them, now you can use any method. You can use northwest corner method, least cost method, or Vogel's method to approximate the cost.
Sir, we call this column dummy column, right?
Dummy column, yes.
So, it is always that, I mean, usually the supply will always be higher than demand. No, it will never be the reverse case.
Yes. So we have to create a dummy cell and then you have to do it.
Okay.
Sir, could you please repeat it once again?
The difference between supply and demand is 22 units. So we have added a dummy column within the demand column, and all the costs we have. This is the dummy column, right? Dummy column will have cost 0, but demand will be there of 22. So a dummy column is added with cost 0 and the demand unit. Got this?
Yes, sir. And if the case is reversed, sir, if the supply is less and demand is more, so we have to add it into the row, right?
We have to see generally we have the supply greater than demand scenario. If demand is greater than supply, then we have to reduce the supply, reduce the demand, not supply, make it as negative.
Okay, sir.
So you have to understand, see, there are many methods of using this. We will generally, there is a Modi UV method also is there, which is again calculation intensive. So we will just go with the basic northwestern, or all the methods with similar pattern, except that some minor changes will happen in the Vogel, the takes row differences and all. Otherwise, it will be the similar type of solving for transportation problems. Okay. All right. Shall we solve them in Excel? Transportation problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all of you can open an Excel sheet.
Yes, sir.
So we have to create it in Excel. Let us say this is our what was it, D1, right? Sorry. D1, sorry, D2 and D3. Only 3 are there, right? 4 are there. D, O1, O2, O3. O2, O3. D1, D2, D3, O1, O2, O3. So this will be 3, 1, 7, 4. This would be 2, 6, 5, and 9. This would be 8, 3, 3, 2. So this is the cost matrix which we have created is the cost tableau. So all borders I'll mirror the number. Okay. So after this, we need to create a same tableau downwards. So Control C, Control V, empty tableau. We have to create an empty tableau downwards. Then we will put a column called, let me just reduce it to, all of you can see it, right?
Sir, you have not put the demand and supply.
We're putting, that's what. There is a format you have to follow in Excel. Total in and demand. So total in and demand. So what was the demand of our problem? 250, 350, 400, 200. Then we have one more thing called next to T4. We'll put it here. Total out. And then next to total output, we'll put supply. We'll put supply. Now, what was the supply we had in our problem? 300, 400, and 500. Okay, we have the
That is
And-
400, sir. Second column.
400, right? Then we have something called total cost here. So total cost will be
Here, what is total out?
It's total output.
pardon. Yes,
Sir, I was asking here, what is total out? I mean,
I'll
total
tell
out.
you. Yeah, no. I'll tell you. Let us first fix the tableau. We have to enter the formulas, then you will understand.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Now, do you guys know how to create named ranges? All of you have entered the data. Can you guys confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to select the values, these values, cost values. In the leftmost corner, you will see B3. Name it as unit cost. Name it as unit cost. So, if you select this cell, go to the left below clipboard, you will see B3, name box. All of you can see on my screen, name box. Name it as unit cost. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Similarly, select the empty cell, go to the name box, name it as shipments. Name it as shipments. And then press enter. So this box will be shipments. This box, this named range. We call this as naming the ranges. So this range is name unit cost. This range is shipments. Then total in. Total in is what? This is your C14 to what you call sorry, D13 to E13. We will call them as total in. This we call it as total in. Why the name is going not taking? Total in, no space. Don't give any space in the name, otherwise it will not take. Total in. Then this is your demand. Demand. You name the range of demand and you also name this is your total out. Total out. Press enter. This is your apply. Press enter. So we have named our ranges. I6 we call it as, sorry, this last one is, sorry, the cell below. The cell below, we call this as total cost. No space in the naming. So we have named all the ranges. I will mark out, this is, we have named this range. We also have named this range. We also have named this range. We also
Sir,
have range.
could you please repeat this naming, sir, again?
Range. Yes, please.
Could you please repeat the namings again, sir?
Name, just select the cell. Select this empty cell, go to this and type total in without space. Just naming the ranges. The boxes which are bordered, I have named them with the same name.
Okay, sir. Once you have named the ranges, please confirm.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yes,
Now, some formula. is equal to sum of this will be this. Sum of this, and then you will drag it right. Sum of the columns. Okay. Just put it in one cell and drag it to the right. Got it, participant?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, sum this also is equal to sum of these 4 cells, close bracket, enter, and drag the formula down. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is total cost is equal to sum product, addition and multiplication, right? Sum product unit cost, sorry, sum product unit cost, comma, shipment, right? Sum product of unit, you understood what is the how the name ranges are utilized? You can manually select them or you can call them by name. Because this is a small problem, we are naming the range and then we can select also. Otherwise, when you go to real-time scenarios, you will see large variables. It is always better to name the range. And you can use it. Sum product of unit cost into shipments, right? That is your total cost. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, you have 2 options here. One option is you can manually input this, what you call demand cells into the empty cells and you can calculate cost. You can manually input the cells and then you can do some manual things also. But basically, we are not interested in that. We are looking at, oh, sorry, I lost my function, sum product cost, shipment. So, you can do manual insertion of data, but that is not the scientific process. Let us go back to our data problem and solver. Solver is the best situation here. Solver, the objective cell is total, you can type actually, total cost. It automatically selects the total cost cell. See, you can see the black line appearing around total cost. So exactly whatever name you have given, you can type in the objective cell. Objective is to minimize by varying what cell, by changing what cell, by changing the shipments, by changing the shipment cell, by changing the shipment cell, shipment or shipment. How did I name it? It's shipments or shipments? Shipments on that thing.
Singular, I think.
Then add the constraint. Add the constraint. So what are the constraints? The constraints are total in equals to, total in equals to demand total in equals to demand, that is the first constraint. Add total out equals to supply. Okay, so we have two constraints, total in equals to demand, total out equals to supply. Solving method changes to simplex linear programming. Solving method changes to simplex linear programming, and click on solve. Click OK. So we got 2,850 as the lowest cost. So these are the arguments I have given in solver. The total cost cell and objective cell, min is the minimization, shipment is the changing cell, total in is equal to demand, total out is equal to supply. Change the solving method to simplex linear programming and click on solve. You got the same answer what we got in the manual calculation, right? 2,850.
Yes, sir.
All of you got this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is your transportation problem.
Sir, could you please show it once again? Solver time.
Can you please repeat? I am not able to hear.
Sir, could you please show it once again? Solver time.
Yeah, this is the solver formula.
So, sir, in this particular question, the answer that we received, it is, I mean, we don't know which method it followed, but it gave us the optimized answer.
The solver uses linear programming to solve.
Okay, sir.
See, when you have demand and constraint, when you have constraint, right, then the method is solver. Solver uses linear programming, simplex engine.
Yes, sir.
So it is using simplex method and then it is solving the problem for you. So there are other methods also, CRG, non-linear, evolutionary, and but we only work on simplex linear programming. All right?
Yes, sir. So, sir, those method that we studied about Northwest and all, that is not applicable here, sir.
You can't use the solver is a programming method.
Okay,
so
sir. Yeah.
Multiple computations in the back end. Solver is giving an output, but in the back end it will do simultaneously multiple calculations with multiple values. Manually,
Yes,
right? Manually, we can't solve simultaneous equations. What you call with multiple simultaneous equations, you can't solve. So, whereas solver has the ability to solve it, the program is an iterative programming, so it will find the lowest values with the lowest cost. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to try this problem. Unbalanced problem. Enter the data like how we entered and solve the unbalanced problem. Try. I'll just write back. Just try it. So can I minimize this and shall we input the data in Excel?
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we are trying, sir. Now.
Yeah, please do. I'll just input the data. You try.
P74.
1 second. Anybody else got the same answer? we have to give new names, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Same names cannot be copied.
And shipments to, then anybody also got the same answer what the other participant got? Then total cost. So total cost will be some product of unit cost to, comma, shipments to. So anybody got the same answer? Can you participants please confirm?
Sir, I got 374.
Anybody else got the answer? 374? Still doing, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So take your time. And I think it's 3 o'clock. Let's break for 10 minutes and come back, okay?
Okay, sir.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, we'll break for 10 minutes and come back. Meanwhile, you try to solve, or else I'll solve after the break.
Sir, can we join the other session, like other channel?
Other?
We have to join the other channel, no, for the next session.
We have to log off and log in into the other one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll So if you don't have any doubt, shall I log in after 10 minutes?